everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights. Last episode was spent once again reconnecting with our companions, each of which had their own beginnings of stories to tell, and it was good to hear from all of them. We also spoke with Aaron and learned our task: find the words of power. There's 3 of them, we don't know where they are, but there is someone who can point us in the direction of one of them, hopefully. For now, though, we have Beorunna as well to look through. Let's see here. We have Coldwood to the north and Fort Ilkard to the south. Is that all we got? Let's see. Uthgard settlement there, Druid Grove, Trading Post, Many-Starred Cloak Enclave, Arengen's Lodge, Drinking House, Mercenary Enclave, and the Temple of Tyr. Well, we're here. Let's just, take a look at 1 or 2 of these things here. Oh, right, I forgot. We have to, put all these things up here. There we go. Forgot all their, things. Anyway, as I was saying, this crate. Tome of Boots. What is this? Okay, these 2 we don't need. What's this? The florid, swooping, elongated hand in which this manuscript is written leaves little doubt as to its author. The wizard's mark on the inside cover further confirms that this is indeed one of the many tomes of magical item construction written by Hasuraman the Muddled. The fashioning of the magical footwear known as gargoyle boots, or as some insist on calling them boots of the gargoyle, is an involved and difficult process not to be lightly undertaken. Before beginning the procedure, it is imperative that one perform said procedure within the confines of a proper mage's laboratory to avoid contaminations that would render the procedure ineffective. As one might imagine, the primary ingredient is the skull of the creature that gives its name to the footwear. The skull must then be combined with a bodax tooth and subjected to a stone skin spell in order to complete the construction of said item. Interesting that we find that. And the sundial here, the time is around 8 a.m. Okay then.
Something I can do for you?
Looks like you're ready to head out in search of the traitor Arabeth. You're armed and everything. Alright. Well, we've got an inn right here. We were told that someone in here may have some information for us, so what better place to start? Nowhere better than the inn, I think. The drinking house. There's a few people here. Ah, there's Lillian Cambridge.
About time you showed up. I've been waiting at least 10 minutes for someone to come by and refill my drink.
I'm not here to fill your drink. I'm Ken Daniels. I work for Aaron Gent. Ah yes, Ken Daniels, the hero of Neverwinter. I'd drink a toast to your legendary deeds if my glass wasn't empty. My name is Lillian Cambridge, archaeologist. I'm the North's leading expert in antiquities and ancient artifacts. No doubt Aaron Gent has told you that I've come to offer my rather unique knowledge to aid the cause of the Lord's Alliance. I'd like to ask you some questions. That is why I'm here, to answer your questions about the words of power and the creator race that constructed them. And to sample the words of the local wines, of course. Where can I find the words of power? If it were as simple as drawing you a map, Ken, I'd have told Aaron Gent everything I know. You have to remember that the words are thousands and thousands of years old. The creator race that fashioned the words predated even the first elven kingdoms. Everything I know about them is theory and conjecture upon a foundation of myth and legend. Surely you must know something. I can tell you that there were several words of power created, but they have been scattered throughout the north and lost for countless millennia. All that remain are rumors of where they might have disappeared. Some believe the words were taken by the dragons who dwell in the mountains of the west. Others claim clues of their location may be found in the long deserted ruins far to the south of Fort Ilkard, or hidden in the forest to the north. The truth is, they could be anywhere, though I believe I have learned the location of one of the words after many years of study. Where can I find this word? Before I tell you the location of the word of power, I need you to perform a task. Something very precious was stolen from me recently. A snow globe I had acquired on behalf of a very wealthy benefactor. What? If you want me to tell you what I know about the location of the Word of Power, you'll have to recover that snow globe for me. I can't waste my time looking for a snow globe. I don't think you appreciate the importance of this particular snow globe, Ken. There is power locked within that glass sphere, power we cannot even begin to comprehend. I have spent many years unlocking the snow globe's secrets, and I'm not about to just forget about it, not when I finally found a buyer for it. Anyway, the bottom line is this. If you want my help in finding the Word of Power, you'll have to get my snow globe for me. Fine. Where can I find the snow globe? I was en route to deliver the snow globe to my buyer when it was stolen from me by an unscrupulous, albeit rather charming, wizard named Nax. From what he told me, Nax was in these parts doing some research of his own. It seems he found a magical entrance to the deserted laboratory of a long-dead wizard somewhere in the Coldwood to the north. I'll bet Nax is exploring that laboratory right now, and with my snow globe at his side. But if you want to go after him, you'll need this teleportation scroll. Nax told me it was the only way to pass through the magical portal leading to the dungeon. How'd you manage to get this teleportation scroll? And why did Nax tell you all this? I'm a capable and attractive woman, and I'm not above using my charms to further my archaeological investigations. Nax offered to buy me a few drinks. We got to talking about our respective research. One thing led to another. Afterwards, when Nax fell asleep, I borrowed the scroll and slipped off to have copies made before returning the scroll to his pack. I plan to do a little investigating of this dungeon on my own later on. But while I was out making copies, Nax took my snow globe. I didn't notice until he was long gone. I guess it's my own fault for leaving him asleep in my room. I don't carry a grudge against Nax for what he did. I just want the snow globe back. Deliver it to me and I'll tell you the location of one of the Words of Power. Sounds like the snow globe's important. What else will you give me if I bring it back for you? What's this? You haven't even begun the task and already the sordid topic of compensation has come up? Bring me the snow globe and we'll talk, Ken. There's no point fixing a price when you don't even have the item on you. I mean, that's arguable, but okay, that was presumptuous of me. Now, if you may, I'd like to ask you some questions. That is why I am here, to answer your questions about the Words of Power and the creator race that constructed them. And to sample the local wines, of course. Tell me about the creator race. The creators resembled our modern-day lizard man, though they were far more intelligent and far more powerful than any of the scaled humanoids who exist today. Little is known about them save that they were a cruel and ruthless empire, slaughtering or enslaving the other races whenever they came across them. What became of the creators I cannot say. For centuries they ruled this land, and then suddenly they vanished, leaving virtually no evidence they had ever existed at all. Very curious. How'd you end up here in Beorunna as well? There are many strange and exotic artifacts scattered throughout the north, and I spend much of my time in and around this area on archaeological digs. Burial mounds, ancient tombs, crypts. It's amazing what sort of treasures you can unearth. But how'd you end up working for Aaron Gent? When I heard Aaron Gent was seeking the Words of Power, I came to offer my expertise in this area. Gent has a reputation for rewarding his allies well. And, of course, I was interested in recruiting someone to recover my snow globe from Nax, as I have already explained to you. Alright, and I need some directions. I'm afraid I can't help you there. Since I've arrived at Beorunna as well, I've hardly left this inn. My room is clean and comfortable, and the wine here is quite palatable after the first few glasses. Besides, I don't think the camp is that difficult to find your way around in. Now, is there something else I can help you with? No, I'll be going now. Off you go, then. Best of luck in your mission. Come back and see me if you have any more questions. That's what I'm here for, after all. And if you happen to speak to one of the waitresses, you might want to mention there's a thirsty lady with an empty wine glass out here in the corner. I'll keep that in mind. And there's a commoner passed out in this room. I'm gonna leave him be. Alright. There's quite a few people around here. Who's this Averick?
I greet you.
Shove off, buddy. These open sores on my face make it tough enough to attract the ladies without your ugly mug hanging around and cramping my style. Well, you've got a serious attitude problem. So what are you gonna do about it? You try anything and every Lord's Alliance soldier in this camp will be all over you. So take your prissy complaints about my attitude, stick 'em where the sun don't shine, and leave me alone. Jeez, okay, wow. Someone's got a problem here. This is just hay, obviously for the horses. Okay, I don't know why I expected to find something in it. Here's some people. Commoner
It is
elect.
a pleasure to speak
Hey, the
with
camp
you.
is safe. No need to wave your weapons about here. And that guy
Greetings.
also has nothing to say, except I'm waving my thing around. Don't take that out of context. And now someone will. God damn it! Load up.
Well met.
Look, don't bother with me right now. I got a lot on my mind. What with this trial and all? Trial? What trial? One of them Uthgard killed Griff. Stabbed him right in the gut. I saw the whole thing, so now I got to testify. Nurik over at the temple is setting the whole thing up. I don't want to be rude, but this trial has gotten me kind of worked up. I don't much feel like talking right now. Go talk to Nurik if you want to know more. Nurik, eh? We're going to want to talk to him eventually. Shady care.
Hello there.
Watch your background here, lad. There's lots of folks liable to stick a knife in it.
I greet you, my child.
Get your drink, sir. We've got a fine selection of beverages if you're interested. Can I ask you some questions? Oh, I get it. A man selling drinks is automatically the information hub of the community, right? Well, I don't have the time or the inclination to pry my drunken customers about their dark secrets. I sell drinks, I'm a bartender. That's all I am, and I'm fine with that. So do you want a drink or not? There's a lot of soldiers here. You wouldn't be selling drinks to them while they're on duty, would you? What? No, I'd never sell a drink to a soldier on duty. They'd take my license if I did that. I'd be ruined. Don't be going around spreading rumors like that now, my lord, even in jest. We're talking about my livelihood, after all. Sorry, I forget I even mentioned it. Of course, my good man. It's as if it never happened. Now can I get you a drink? I'll have a drink. And, honestly, he doesn't have anything except wine, spirits, and ale. No, I don't actually need it. There's a commoner here. He's just sitting. I don't think he has anything to say. Alright, let's take a look upstairs. So if Nurik is in charge of this trial, I'll say this here and now. We're going to save Nurik for last. For once. There's quite a bit to it. I remember that, definitely. Ah, there is a chest. Ow. That was a little painful. But we got some coins out of it. Alright, how about this one?
I shall do as you ask.
Alright, bash it open. Easy enough.
It is done.
And there is absolutely nothing in this room. That was a waste. Excuse me. Okay, next room. Also locked.
I shall do as you ask.
Every one of these rooms is locked, it seems. Oh, someone's sleeping in here. Well, he didn't wake up, so I'll leave him be. Or her. I think that was a her. Next.
I shall do as you ask. It is done.
Oh, once again, someone's sleeping.
I shall do as you ask.
Just bash this open and they won't wake up. Somehow. I'll say this at least, it's nice to be in an inn that isn't filled with refugees and people trying to flee some great disaster that's been going on.
It is done.
Another one asleep. And just some wine. Probably saving it for later. Book. Book. Locked. Once again, a chest and a sleeping commoner. And one more room to investigate here. Oh! Oh, this is quite an impressive room. It's a pedestal for some reason. There doesn't seem to be anything you can do with this object at the moment. Probably later then, but nothing now. Oh, look at that. +3 breastplate. That's sellable. Oh yeah, this is that scroll that she mentioned. The parchment bears powerful enchantment and a single command word of the type used to activate a magic portal. Mages and sorcerers often employ such scrolls as keys to protect the entrances to their lairs or laboratories. When read, while standing within the area of an appropriate portal, the scroll will instantly draw the reader through to the destination on the other side, wherever that may be. Okay, definitely something we can sell. And I do not need that negative trap kit. That is completely useless and not worth anything. Alright, that appears to be the inn here, so I guess now we can leave. Not as much in the inn as I expected. But on the plus side, now we know of a trial that's going on. We will speak with Nuric eventually to learn more about this trial, because that is going to be quite a tale, I imagine. Alright, let's see here. Mercenary Enclave. Okay, that's something we can look at. There's plenty of people wandering around here, too. There is actually nothing back here, so let's just go into the Mercenary Enclave and take a look. We're going to leave the Temple of Tyr for last, as I said.
I don't recognize you, and I thought I knew all the new recruits who've joined the Lord's Alliance.
My name is Ken Daniels. I work for Aaron Gent.
Ken Daniels? The same Ken Daniels who saved Neverwinter from the plague? We could use a good man like you up on the battlefront. It's too bad Gend has you working on something else. You must have come in here to purchase some equipment, right? So what can I interest you in? A good sword? A stout shield, perhaps? Or is there something else?
Who are you?
You're kidding, right? Everybody knows me. I'm Rollkid of the Mighty Lance. I'm probably the most famous gnome knight of Neverwinter. Aaron Gens put me in charge of training and equipping the troops battling the Luskan forces. Seems he's too busy searching for those words of power to bother with a little thing like war. Normally I wouldn't complain, but this isn't exactly what I signed up for. We can't fight a war with no supplies.
No supplies? What are you talking about?
It's those blasted Orcish raiders. Every time we get a new supply line set up to the battlefront, those damn bandits cut us off. An enemy's no good if they don't have a steady stream of supplies replenishing their stores. I tell you, if this keeps up, we might as well surrender to Luskan right now.
Well, maybe I could help with the supply lines.
Hey, I'll welcome any help I can get. I've already put out a bounty on the heads of the two most famous orc bandits in the region, Vath and Gazud. I figure if they both get taken out, the rest of the thieving scum will get the message and back off. I'm offering 500 gold pieces for each of them, payable upon delivery of their decapitated head.
Any idea where I could start looking for those bandits?
Well, you could try looking in the Coldwood to the northeast. That place has always had its share of bandits. And there were reports of bandits around Fort Ilkar to the south. Other than that, I couldn't say. Finding them's the hard part. Well, that and killing them.
Can I ask you some questions?
Truth is, I don't have time to play information clerk. I'm too busy trying to run a war here. Aaron Gens put me in charge of training and equipping the troops battling the Luskan forces.
Okay. I'd like to see your inventory. Gauntlets of Ogre Power. Well, you're already good there. Oh, Bounty Hunter's Writ. Writ of Authorization. This writ grants a bearer the authority to use any and all means necessary to bring the orc bandits Vath and Gazud to justice. A reward of 500 gold pieces will be paid upon delivery of the head of either bandit to my person. Sound into roll kit. Okay. Shield of the Dragon Slayer. Like many items designed to defeat dragons, these shields can be traced to the year of the Draco Rage. They were built with immensely strong materials and techniques, and rumors put a castle engineer in charge of their construction. There may be some truth in this rumor, since the shields resemble reinforced castle gates more than ordinary armor plates. Plus 3 armor class, plus another 5 when fighting a dragon. Ooh boy, that's actually pretty damn good. Let's see, anything at the end here? Cloak of Protection, Armor of Freedom, Squire's Defense, Chainmail of Speed, Mirrored Armor. Quite a bit. Squire's Defense is it's something, but nothing for us. Armor of Freedom, that's actually pretty good. It gives us freedom, too, which is... I mean, we already have the Cloak of Movement, which gives us that. Oh, no, there was actually more. I can look at more than just that. Weapon-wise, plenty of different arrows and the like. Also, we can sell some of this. Quite a few weapons indeed. Katana, katana plus 1.
No katana plus 2? You're kidding me. How does he not have a plus 2 katana? Oh, no, there it is. He does. 1, 4, 5, 2, 3. We could afford it if we need to, which I think we might have to. We were having trouble killing some things. I think our enhancement is only plus 1, so we couldn't get by. Potions and scrolls, yada yada yada. Nothing special there. Jevon.
Well met.
What do you want? You hear about the trial? What trial? Come on, everybody's heard about it. Some Uthgard is up for the murder of a Lord's Alliance soldier. Go speak to Nurik in the Temple of Tyr, he can fill you in. As I said, we will, eventually. Alright, bash this open. Who's this Zed? Who appears to be barely injured, of all things. There's also a couple people practicing.
It is done.
The chest plate. Open the chest plate. Thank you. Bloody people in the way. Who is this Zed?
I greet you.
This had better be important. I don't feel like chatting. It's bad enough my leg is feeling bit, but now I gotta be a witness at this murder trial, too. Trial? What trial? I'm just a witness in the case. Go talk to Nurik at the Temple of Tyr if you want the details.
I greet you.
What happened to your leg? My leg is none of your business. Go find someone else to bother. Leave me alone. Alright, I'll leave you alone. That's the Temple of Tyr, which I am not going to go into right now. For reasons mentioned earlier. Regular arrows, don't care about that. That appears to be basically just a way outside. Oh, that heads to the Moonwood? What is the Moonwood? But this just leads outside. Why are you... Just grab that barrel. There's an injured soldier coming in from the south.
Hello.
The fort is doomed. You'll steer clear of the road there if you're smart. Alright, well, what is this building? Many-starred Cloak Enclave. Sure, let's take a look in here. Iltura Sarptil. I remember her.
Greetings. Normally, I don't deal with those who have no experience in the arcane arts, but Erin Gend has asked me to make my inventory available to everyone, if it will help the war effort. I still don't think I want to give you access to my lab in the back. That's reserved for those who have some experience in magic. But I will open my inventory to you, though most of the items are more suited to mages and their ilk.
How do you know my name? Please, Ken, I am a mistress of the arcane. Such information is easily divined by one with my power. Now, how may I help you? Why is there a branch of the Many-Starred Cloak Guild out here? Do not let the stereotype of the solitary wizard in the tower color your perception of all who employ magic in their livelihood. Neverwinter is in trouble, and the guild offered to help in any way possible. Erin Gend requested our presence here so that we could aid both the war effort and those adventurers seeking the mysterious words of power. The guild is glad to offer its resources to those seeking to save our fair city. I'd like to use your laboratory. As I explained earlier, the lab is only available to those who practice the arcane arts. Only mages, bards, and sorcerers are permitted access. Go on now and bother someone else.
Greetings. I still don't think I want to...
Alright, let me see the magical supplies you have, and let me sell these 2 items I found. I'm pretty sure there's nothing of note here. Cloak of protection, nymph cloak, fortification, basic weapons, many scrolls and potions, various magic items, rod of reversal. Oh, dispel magic and greater dispelling. That would have been useful. I'm pretty sure there was something I could have used that for, actually, now that I think about it. Rod of beguiling, charm, and dominate person. Not useful to us. And Rod of Terror, we've already sold one of those. And nothing else there. Some coins. Couple books. Can't go into there, so that's all we have here. We're not likely to come back. And the only other place that there is to look at here, at least immediately here, is the trading post. Just gonna take a look, see if there's anything of note over there. There is not. Also, I find it interesting that there's some deer around here. Well, it says there's a druid grove there, so that explains it.
Hello there.
Greetings, friend. Husher Clay at your service. Care to check out the wares here at the newest branch of my adventuring gear shops?
What do you mean the newest branch?
Well, I used to run a little place way down south. Business was good, but the big money is in franchising. So I left my son in charge of my store and headed north to expand my merchant empire. When I came across all these rich adventurers gathered here in Beorunna as well, I figured this was the perfect place to set up my new shop. At least until I get a license to sell in Neverwinter. I'm searching for the words of power. I'm afraid that's something I don't actually have in stock. But seriously, I'm afraid I don't know anything about that. You might want to speak with Lillian Cambridge, that archaeological expert Erin Gent brought in. She spends most of her time at the tavern, from what I've gathered. Maybe you'll find her more helpful than I did.
What do you mean by that?
When I heard there was an archaeologist nearby, I went to speak with her about a certain item I've been trying to track down. But she wasn't really interested, said she only wanted items of historical significance and that she didn't have time to chase after trinkets. I even offered her a generous reward, but she seemed more interested in the wine bottle on the table than my story.
Maybe I could help you.
Maybe you could at that. You seem like a capable man. Tell you what, you help me out and I'll give you the payment I was offering Lillian.
What's the job?
In addition to my retail business, I'm also a collector of rare gems. Right now, there's one particular gem I'm interested in. The Star Sapphire. The Star Sapphire is valuable, that I'll warrant you. But you'll never get more than 1,000 gold from any other dealer. But it's interesting to me as a collector, so I'm offering more. I'll give you 3,000 gold if you bring it back to me.
Why do you want it?
The Star Sapphire was part of a dowry given to Leyen Sharu, the youngest daughter of a powerful merchant family that flourished in Waterdeep nearly 2 centuries ago. But Leyen wasn't ready to resign herself to a life of wedlock. She was an aspiring mage, and the morning of her wedding she fled to the north to seek her fame and fortune. According to the reports, Leyen became quite an accomplished wizard. She was powerful enough to foresee her own death and construct an elaborate trap-filled tomb to inter her remains.
And you think the Star Sapphire is still in her tomb?
By all accounts, the Star Sapphire was one of her most treasured possessions. It reminded her of the life she had left behind in Waterdeep. The Star Sapphire would make a nice addition to my collection. Bring it to me and I'll give you 3,000 gold pieces, the same price I offered Lillian. It's far more than the sapphire is worth to a more typical buyer.
Okay, I'll do it.
Excellent! Nobody knows for certain where Leyen was buried, but it's rumored to be somewhere in the Coldwood. If anyone's ever found the exact location of her tomb, they never came back alive to report it. Don't let that scare you off. I'm sure it's nothing you can't handle. Just bring me the Star Sapphire once you find it, and I'll give you your reward. Is there anything else?
Can I ask you some questions?
Don't know if there's much I can tell you, as I'm kind of new here myself. Just came up from the southern Sword Coast to oversee the opening of my newest branch of operations.
What kinds of things do you sell?
Little of this, little of that. Items, magic and mundane. Anything an adventurer might need. But if my wares don't interest you, talk to my dwarven friend over in the corner. He's quite the accomplished smith. When it comes to arms and armor, if I don't sell it, there's a good chance he can make it.
Alright, let me take a look. +3 tower shield. Okay, he's got some high-tier gear here. Very nice. Weapons. Pretty nice weapons here. +3 bastard sword. +3 katana. Jeez. He's got some nice stuff here. +3. Awesome. Decent stuff there. Various magic items there. Nothing I need. Some harps, but I don't need any of them. Okay. And now this dwarf, Beorunna Silverblade.
Hey, what?
Welcome, noble sir, to Beorunna's smithy. I, of course, am Beorunna, master dwarven smith and creator of fine magical items. How may I be of service to you today?
What exactly is it you do here?
I'm a weapon and armor smith of sorts. I take component items and combine them with magic items to make objects of even greater majesty and power.
Not a bad little gig if you can get it. If you want, I can look through your inventory and backpack to see if you have anything I can combine into a powerful weapon or a suit of armor. Is there anything in particular you want me to look for? What kinds of things would component items be? Here you go, just take this book I have here. It'll explain everything you can make and the components required to do so. Alright. Can I ask you some questions? Afraid there isn't much I could tell you. I just recently arrived here from the south, and the Lord's Alliance soldiers have kept me so busy making them weapons and armor, I haven't even unpacked. Why'd you leave your home in the south? I heard Husher was opening up a shop here, and with the war against Luckskin, I figured there would be plenty of business for a guy like me. So I came with him. Can you tell me anything about Husher? If you're curious about Husher Clay, go ask him yourself. He's right over there on the other side of the room. Anything else? Alright, so he can make things using this book here, which... Beorunna's Catalog of Weapon and Armor Modifications. Toss the magical weapon into the component I require to improve it, yada yada yada. Chromatic breastplate, white bone armor, gargoyles, no, none of that is needed, but... Blades will sharpen true sword, Saint Katana again! Adamantite and a magic katana. And it will allow us to have a better one. And in one of these, yes, we do have a piece of adamantine. And I think if I use a Sword Saint Legacy, it'll work.
Hey, what?
Let's see. I'm interested in magical swords. Nothing beats a good old sword, does it? Tried and true. Okay, let me peek inside your backpack and I'll give you a list of the wondrous blades I can make. Sword Saint Katana. Excellent choice. When you're ready, just place a component and magic item on the forge. That is exactly what I want. I guess technically we'd be putting it on the anvil, but this is what I need.
Hey, what?
Okay, I see there's some stuff on my anvil. Let me take a look. Okay, I can use your adamantine and your magic katana to make the Sword Saint Katana. This job ain't cheap. It'll cost 30,000 gold pieces to make this for you. Payment in advance, of course. We have over 40,000. Over 400,000. Yeah, we can afford it. Here you go. Always a pleasure doing business with a fine man such as yourself. Stand back, you don't want to catch a hammer in the head. There you go, sir. Quick as you please, and the job is done. You can pick the item up at my forge. Anvil. Sword Saint Legacy +4! This weapon bears the mark of the dwarf Beorunna, a master blacksmith who worked from a makeshift forge in the Uthgard village of Beorunna as well. He forged it late in 1373 DR. Okay. +4 enhancement bonus, plus the same bonus sonic damage to evil. Not much, but still. A +4 bonus. This is the most powerful sword we can get right now. And that is wonderful. And with that, I am going to have to end this episode here because it's gone on long enough. A little longer than normal, in fact. Next episode, I guess we can take a look at the Druid Grove and the Uthgard settlement here, and then we can finally go and speak with Nurik at the Temple of Tyr and learn about this trial that's going on. That'll be in the next episode, so until then, I'm Chester44, that is Ken Daniels and Dalen Red Tiger. This has been a Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights, and I shall see you all next time.